What's going on, everybody? It's Loto-Drandel here, and today we are going to be checking out the Sybaris Prime, the rifle, well, pulse rifle you could say, burst fire of the Prime Access. Now, compared to that of most pulse of the other burst fires, such as the, let's see, to name off, like the Hind, or even that of what's the Harpack. That's it. And even the burst-ons. As you know, most burst fires fire off in rounds of 3. Just to do a quick demonstration of its fire mechanic. It fires in bursts of 2. Now, some could say that this can be a problem, but it varies, in my opinion. So, if we were to compare the Sybaris, look at the Sybaris Prime stats here. We have a 25 accuracy, 30% crit chance, multiplier of 2 crit, fire rate of 4.7. I'm just rounding down to for the decimal. Magazine of 20, which is pretty nice in my opinion. It has a reload speed of 2 seconds, status chance of 25%, a burst trigger, as mentioned before. And then for our damage, it's pretty much well-rounded. 29, 29, 29.9. So, all in all, it's a complete balanced burst fire. Now, if we compare it to the Dex Sybaris here, you'll note the Dex Sybaris beats the Sybaris Prime in accuracy, crit chance, reload, and has higher slash. And I already mentioned reload. Whereas the Dex Sybaris loses in regards to fire rate, magazine, status chance, puncture, and impact. Now, if we compare it to, if this will allow us, the Sybaris, as you notice, the crit chance on the Sybaris is 5% lower than the Sybaris Prime, and the damage is lower. So the Sybaris Prime, it has a slightly lower accuracy while getting quicker fire rate, a better crit chance, better status chance, and better all-around damage. Now, I see this weapon can be modded in different ways. You could mod this to go with the crit, and if you manage to get a good Riven mod that ups the crit chance, then by all means, go for it. Or if you don't really want to go into crit chance, you could choose to instead go for status chance. Either way, either one you work with. Most will go with the crit chance to go for the red crits, which from what I've heard will be going away after a little while. So this build that we're starting off with, is going to be the crit chance build, with the crit chance currently being 87%. Whoop. So 2 burst rounds, so it took 4 total rounds to kill that off. Alright, it's not bad. So just to show you that crit build, we have Vital Sense, crit delay if you possess it. If you don't, then you could always sub this in for something else. It will lower your crit chance to 75%, which some could say is kind of a big deal. So you could do whatever you want with the 8 points. It's just if you possess the crit delay and you like to increase as much as possible, by all means go for it. So now, for our next demonstration, we are going with a status chance build. So let's resimulate. Two burst fire, and he went down. Wow. Color me impressed. And to show that build, I was using 3 dual stat mods. Some of these is available via fighting Corrupted Vor and the high-leveled tower fights. This, I believe, I actually got this when it was an event. I believe it is available another way now. I just don't remember off the top of my head. But for Infested, we go with Corrosive build with Heat, and I added more Corrosive with Stormbringer and Injected Clip. So we have quite a bit of, as you can see, a bit of Corrosive. The status percentage on this is almost 90%. So 9 out of 10 bullets on paper would be giving status procs. So 60% across the board with electricity and status chance. Then we have the toxin and heat variants. Then we have our base, the basic serration split chamber. Then we have the base Stormbringer, Infected Clip, electricity toxin. Now if you want to add heat to this, you could choose to take one of these mods out and sub it in for Hellfire. Now this next build is a preference build where I'm using a Sybaris Hexadra. Now, I'm sure a lot of people will be like, oh, that's not a great Riven mod, but let's see what happens. Looks like only one bullet was needed for that one. Of course, it's hard to say. But let's go and review the data for this one. As you see, this Riven mod gives me increased damage, fire rate, and status chance while sacrificing zoom. Now, the status chance on this one is a 91.8%. Now, granted, I do end up giving up a little bit of corrosive in order to use this mod, and I also gave up, as you see in this build, I had 5 elementals, 2 electric and 2 poison, and then 1 heat, coupled with the split chamber and serration. This build, I sacrificed the malignant force and the Stormbringer, which, as you see, cuts down my corrosive, but I make up for it, as you can see, with higher stats everywhere else. Now, again, that is a playstyle preference. So, just to do a quick recap, we are going to do crit build real quick. Bear in mind, I forgot to mention this, the healer in this is a level 50, so you guys can do what you want. 2 rounds right there. So it took a full 2 rounds to kill her, the healer, with headshots. Next we go to status. Status number 1. Wow, that was a bad demonstration. Let's restart that just to make sure we do that right. I don't want my sentinel getting involved with that. Alright, so it takes that time it took 4 rounds for that to go through. That's okay. And then to finalize our demonstration, the Riven status mod, or Riven status demo, however you want to call it. Okay, that's from a long range, so why don't we go closer up to see what happens. Looks like my carrier got involved with that one, so you know what? Let's take off the sweeper. There, now you can't interfere. So that took 2 full bursts. So it kind of could go either way. Without the crit, you're not guaranteed a 1-hit kill with the status procs, though the status procs on tougher enemies can be a boon. While with the crit, you can knock them down quicker, but you do sacrifice the status proc a little bit more. So that takes care of the demonstration with the Sybaris Prime. This is a zero Forma build. If you guys found this to be very useful, feel free to hit the like button, rate, comment, favorite, share, and subscribe to my channel for more. And as always, thanks for watching.